What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American, here today to react and learn about the Norwegian R sound, which I'm a bit confused about. Do Norwegians not make the same R sound as we do in English? Like computer or water. Like how else can you say it? What other sound can you make? I don't know. Well, that's exactly what I am hoping to learn about here today, the Norwegian way of making an R sound. So, let's take a look.
And yeah, the letter R is one of those letters that I get a lot of questions about. And unfortunately, I have to tell you that it's also one of the most difficult sounds in the Norwegian language.
What? What? So this guy is a Norwegian language teacher. He gets a lot of questions about the Norwegian R sound. I had no idea there was a Norwegian R sound. I have to admit, it's very difficult for me, even when I hear other languages, for me to pick out the different sounds and the ways of saying things. So, how apparently this is also very, very difficult when it comes to Norwegian language. So, that's great. Well, let's see. Let's try.
But I have good news as well.
Ah,
There are two different R's in the Norwegian language. And
okay.
basically, you can choose which one you want to use. Although,
What? This is so crazy to me. Like, this is so fun. Like, language is so different. Norwegian. So there's two R sounds, and you get to choose which R sound that you're gonna make? You get to choose? Like, what? What's that mean?
there is a regional difference. So the two versions are used in different areas of Norway.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, what? Like you choose based on like how you feel that day or what kind of R sound you're gonna make just based on how you feel? It's like, no, no, no. It's based on where you live in Norway. Okay, okay, okay.
You can either use the Spanish R that you pronounce with the tip of your tongue, okay?
What is this? Spanish R? Well, isn't this technically the Norwegian R as well? What is this? R, R, R. That's actually pretty good. You just stick your tongue out and it just comes naturally. Arr, arr, arr. It's kind of fun. So, like, you would never do this for English, but if you did, it'd be like computer, water. Really? Is that decent, right? Like that?
Where the tip of the tongue flips up. Or you can also use the French R, which you say back in your.
Bat. Oh. Oh. That one's a little more difficult. I don't know about water. Doing this for English makes no sense, but computer. Water. It's like I'm choking.
your mouth. Okay?
Okay.
The Spanish R is used in Oslo and in Trondheim and in all of northern Norway.
Okay.
And the French R is used in the southwest in Kristiansand, Stavanger, and Bergen. And
No way. No kidding. This is a real thing. I had no idea. I would never have been able to pick this out listening to Norwegians. Like, I wouldn't have been able to hear this and like pick it out. Because I think if you only speak one language, you don't really have an ear for that. So, wow, there's a lot of R's in a lot of words. So, a northern Norwegian and a southern Norwegian really sound quite a bit different. If you're using completely different R sounds, that's pretty significant, actually.
in the surrounding regions. So, unfortunately, the only R that does not work in the Norwegian language is the English R. So, we will have to look at either the French or the Spanish R.
Of course. Of course. Of course. I guess since Norwegians speak English very well, usually, Norwegians get very, very good at the English R. I didn't even know there was an English R, like water, water, It's like that sound, computer, computer, computer. This is kind of fun.
But maybe you come from a country where people speak Spanish or Russian or Czech or
No.
probably Polish, and you have this R with the tip of your tongue in your language, then perfect, you can just use this. Or maybe you're
Oh no. Oh no. This is really just an English thing. So for Americans, this is tough. Relearning how to make an R sound for so all the time when you speak in Norwegian properly with the proper accent or dialect, an American would have to retrain their R sound to make these sounds.
French and you have a suitable R in your language, then you can use it.
Wow.
With a few adjustments that you have to make, and I'm going to talk about these in a second.
Okay.
So let me start with a Spanish R. The typical feature of the Spanish R is that it goes many times. So you say something like Barcelona, right? It goes like several times. This is what you want to avoid in Norwegian. You want to have it go up once. Once and down, and that's it. Hamar. Okay?
Oh my gosh. That sounds extremely difficult. Yeah, I think I've heard this in Spanish, rolling the R's. I had no idea this was a Norwegian thing, but in Norway, you do it one time. Arr, arr, arr. How do you stop yourself? This must be so basic to Norwegians. This must be second nature. You talk like this all the time. Hamar. See, I think I'm doing multiple. Hamar. I'm doing multiple. Hamar. Is that good? I feel like I'm doing two. Hamar. I think that was it. Yeah.
Up, down, finished. Hamar. So this is something you should practice. Take like 10, 15 Norwegian words and practice saying the R only once. Don't say.
Wow, this is crazy to me. Because I have, in a lot of my videos that I do, there's Norwegian words that I'm reading out loud. And I've never thought, like, about the R at the end being different. So, Americans must sound quite different to Norwegian ears and our different R sound. But you're probably used to it if you're learning English from a young age, huh?
Say Hamar or something like that. Once, and that's it. And that's fine.
Okay.
The other alternative, the French one, just the same thing. If you want to practice it, don't say it like the French Paris, like many times. Just say it once. Hamar. Okay? And finished.
I didn't even hear it. Hamar. I don't even know how to do the French one. I think that's the Southern Norway one. It sounds more similar to just a normal R sound. Hamar. It sounds kind of normal to me.
Well, okay, if you know none of them, you will have to learn one. And which one should you pick? Well, it really depends a little bit. Of course, you can try both of them. Me, personally, I always think that the French one is a little bit easier. Okay? The Spanish one might take you some time to learn.
I don't know why, but the Spanish one is really natural to me. I don't know why. Hamar. 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 Maybe. But it's I can do it, kind of, which I'm shocked by.
Learn. You might have to hire a speech therapist. I'll still show you now how to do it. You will start the Spanish R from the position of the letter T, okay? If you say a t, here you have the tip of the tongue.
What is he? Okay, he's actually teaching you how to make the mouth shape. I actually don't think that I need that. I think I actually got it.
Air is coming out when you say T, okay? Usually we say t, and a lot of air comes out. You You want to block the airstream.
No. Okay, I don't think I need this. I don't think I need the tutorial.
The tongue at this position and have it like really rigid, and then you can start flapping it up and down.
I don't even think about that. Hamar.
Okay, I just showed you something that will take you weeks in 3 seconds. Okay, so you will never start from bda and then go to br in
Barra, barra. That didn't take me weeks. Barra, barra. Am I doing it right? What are we even doing?
couple of seconds. It will take you a couple of weeks, but it's worth it. Yeah, that's basically the Spanish R. The alternative, of course, that you have is the French R.
Okay.
So the French R, what you basically do is you take a glass of water. Maybe if you want to be really French and really stylish, then you take a glass of wine instead. But if you want to practice a lot, so maybe the wine is not a really good idea, prefer to do it with water. You take the water and you do basically this.
Huh? What? Huh? What are we doing?
Okay, so you let the water pour a little bit in your neck or in your throat, and you try to breathe out. You do this a couple of times.
What? No. I mean, okay. Ugh. I should have, That's what I get. That's what I get for... Oh, excuse me. What was the point of that again? I don't... That's what I get for trying to follow his instructions. You gargle and breathe in through your nose, or that just made me choke. That didn't do anything to help.
Maybe you have to also do it 2 or 3 weeks, and then you try it without the water. Okay, that is basically how you would.
What now? What is this? I feel okay. I don't know about this. How do you make this French R sound? I don't know about this.
Make this sound, and of course, automatically, you will make it like vibrate a lot, many times. This is what you want to avoid in the long run, but in the short run, for practicing it, of course, that's absolutely fine. Once this works,
it's like gargling, like I don't even understand what this R sounds like.
you will try it with combinations. And this, by the way, also applies to the Spanish R. So once you can say it, isolate it, either as the br in the Spanish R, or the r in the Spanish R, or the r in the French R.
Is that an R sound? I really want to listen to some Southern Norwegians speak so I can understand this R sound. I thought this was supposed to be the R sound that's easier for English speakers. Am I overcomplicating this somehow?
You will start practicing it with other vowels. So you will say, for example, ra, re, ri, and so on. Yeah, or with a French one, ra, re, ri.
How is he doing that? How do you... Is that right? Is it the like you're choking? I don't think I can do it. I thought this was supposed to be the easier one. I don't think I can do this.
Once this
I want to listen to him do that again.
re, ri, and so on. Yeah, or with a French one, ra, re, ri.
It's very subtle. It's much more subtle than I thought. It's very subtle. I can't do it though.
Once this works, you go for a combination with the vowel also before the R. So you say something like ara, re, or if you go for the French version,
Yeah, oh my gosh. trying to do it in an actual with vowels on either side. Arra, arra, uru. I can almost. It would take practice. What's the French or Southern Norwegian sound like?
And you say ara, øre.
Oh, that just sounds normal to me. I don't even really hear a special R sound. Ara, uru. I don't even hear it.
And so on. And only when this works, then you also go for the consonants. So then you say things like tre, tri, or bre, bri, and so on. Okay.
Tre, tr, tre, tri, bri, bre, br, tre. Because normally I'd go tre, tri. I don't know. This is very interesting. It's kind of fun to try, but I thought the difficult part of learning another language was memorizing the words and learning the words and the vocabulary and the grammar. I had no idea that there was stuff like this, like completely different sounds, and you have to use your mouth and your throats in different ways and practice different ways of using your tongue to pronounce like an R. That's a whole nother level of language I've never even thought about. I think most Americans never think about this. It's really interesting. And it's really interesting that a lot of Norwegians speak English very well and learn to pronounce the R sound very well in American English. So I have a lot of respect for that. And I think that's a good place to stop for now, just so I can stop embarrassing myself by attempting this R. This video is by the Norwegian School. I want to give it a like. He did a great job explaining what this was. There are two types of R sounds, primarily used in northern and southern Norway, or the Spanish R and the French R sound, basically. Really, really interesting stuff. I did my best. I think I succeeded a little bit better than I thought. So for that, I guess I'm happy for today. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on the Norwegian R sound, or how I did, or how I could do it better. That'd be great to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture and learning things about Norway, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.